What was it like for all three of you coming up as young players and maybe having a more established individual playing the same position as you at the time?
For me, I mean, I had Barry Hales and Jason Roberts, some big guys, you know, that similar build to Jimmy, strong guys. But you know, my training when I was coming through at Bristol Rovers, we had Gary Penrice and Gary Thompson, and we literally strikers 4 days a week. We would go off and do our own thing, separate to the team, and it benefited us. But I would look at these older guys, what they're doing, how they're doing it, and try and bring it into my game. You have to learn off their experience. You have to try and take into account what they've been through. Pick their brains, ask them. You know, I mean, like you say, Ollie Giroud's won the World Cup. If Tammy isn't sitting down, yes, Tammy is the star at the minute, and everyone's talking about it. If he's not sitting down and asking him 1 or 2 questions, how can I improve my game? Ask him. This guy's got experience. You know, utilise it.
I think as well, you'd look at that as well. If you were Frank Lampard, as Jimmy and Bobby were saying, you'd be taking Tammy Abraham to one side and saying, watch this on video. If you have just watched his performance live, watch it again, because that's what you need to bring to the party, and that's what we want you to improve on. And it's so easy for a young player to go yeah and not listen, but for them to take it on board, that's where the improvement comes, and that's what you've got to do.
Who was the influence for you? Because obviously when it comes to a keeper, there can only be one keeper on the pitch. You could have 2 strikers, you could have players in multiple positions.
When I was a kid, I had Brian Gunn, who played many years at Norwich.
Angus Gunn, his son now?
Angus Gunn, yeah, and then Andy Marshall after him, who's played a number of years successfully at Norwich. And I was always touted as the next one on the conveyor belt, and so to learn off them and to be able to pick their brains every day and work with them as a youngster from the age of 15, 16 every day was a real treat.
Did you ever feel they were threatened by you, any of you? In your
positions? No, because I was too young to threaten anybody. Yeah,
you don't do that as a youngster.
Fair enough. Not everyone can be like Ikusias, winning Champions Leagues at the age of 18. What about yourself in terms of influence and growing the way Tammy perhaps should learn from Olivier Giroud?
I had, not a lot of people know that I had my brother. When I was coming up as a 17-year-old, my brother was a professional footballer, and he used to play at AZ, and we ended up playing in the same team at AZ. So I was always looking up to him, you know, so and asking things and other players, you know, at AZ, but majority my brother. Yeah.
Same position?
Same position, yes.
Oof, that would have been frightening, wouldn't it? I wouldn't want to be a defender.
You can
I
have
would
it,
not want to have been a defender.
3 points.
and me taking over from him eventually, yeah.
Did you have the hardest shot?
I had the hardest shot, yes.
Can you confirm he had one of the hardest shots?
It was up there, yeah. It was stepping up into the Premier League and playing against guys like that was a sharp learning curve and something that you had to do quick. And one of the most fundamental things about the Premier League, because compared to other leagues, is they kick the ball a lot harder and it shoot hard.
Can you just show your finger? I think Jimmy caused this.
No,
yeah. Look at that.
I did not. Wow.
It's it's kind of
hold it up like that. Look at that on camera. That.
Are you pointing at me? Stop pointing at me.
I was going to say, man, that's reaching the top corner. That no, it's over a number of years just decided to gradually die, and that's where it's ended up. Yeah.
Wow, that's quite shocking, right?
That was from one of Jimmy's free kicks about 15 years ago.
That is dedication.
Yeah.
Hey.
And facing a Jimmy Floyd Hasselbaink shot as well over the years.